It's Stardust. Cool.
Welcome back, everyone, to the best time, the only time, T3 podcast with me, AuraGami, and Steve Delive, and Mr. Sen. Escobar's here too. Please work for Escobar. Likes.
Please work because I don't have a backup.
This is we were pressured into doing this.
I know.
Pressure.
By Steve. By Steve Live, man.
Not by me. No, it wasn't me.
I know. We were peer pressured to do this. We're all fucked up and trashed and whatnot, so fucking bear with us. What are we talking about again?
Stardust.
Yeah.
Stardust topic.
Stardust support MrGirl. MrGirl is what Crow calls a pedophile.
what Crow calls a pedophile. Is that?
Yeah, I know. That sounds like an opening to like a fucking NBC fucking skit.
It sounds like our loophole into calling him a pedo without actually being accountable for it. You know what I mean?
We strive for integrity.
This is what Crow's
thinks, not what we think. We like what he thinks, so we're gonna say it too.
What do you think, Steve? You think he's okay?
No, I think he's a pedo. I just don't think that because Crow thinks it. I just think it because he says he's a pedo. So I'm gonna take his word for it.
So everybody in this
when people ask him if he's joking, he says, "No, I'm not joking. I'm legit." So yeah, I think he's
regardless of labels, he's weird as fuck.
He doesn't like labels. He doesn't want to be labeled, you know?
Yeah, but even so, like specifically, he fits the definition of what he says he is. He doesn't want to fucking collect that label. But I'm just saying,
wouldn't it be no map? Wouldn't be like wasn't Josh like no map? No
map. Yeah.
So he's
not offending, minor attractive person.
Yeah, there you go. That fucking.
Yeah, but like if he were to claim a fucking label, the satire goes away. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's not joking. These aren't jokes." You know, fucking, he's literally attracted to minors, and no one
can't take his word when he says that it's not satire and they're not jokes. So when are you supposed to take his word for shit?
Exactly, dude. So this whole conundrum, but what is it? Out of everybody, what ended up happening? MrGirl got fucking deplatformed, right? From what, Twitch?
Twitch, because some bitch name, I think her name is BX Bullet, Crazy Broad, went ahead and reported him for something. And I think it had to do with some bullshit reason. I don't know. But the point is he got deplatformed.
Is that what Tipster was going after her?
Yeah, Tipster and Auggie went after him because they were like, nobody should be deplatformed because whatever. And Auggie even debated the bitch because, I don't know, because he wanted to look cool, I guess. And then they had MrGirl on, Auggie, on RFC. And this guy was saying, what if you had a 12-year-old twerking on you, Josh Bowblacks? And then that conversation happened to Augie's audience. So,
what the fuck?
Well,
it's
yeah,
all
so
good,
okay, that's a lot of information.
Right there. So I think one of the biggest problems a lot of people had in particular is like, despite the conversation with MrGirl, it's who hosted this conversation, and it was Auggie, right? So the zero thing happened, the technicals thing happened. You know, you saw how.
No, not even just that. The Steve the Live thing happened. You know that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm one of those, even though
that's what, dude.
I think I stated my shit.
That's what everybody cites to call you a pedophile. That's what Slug cites. He cites Auggie in his stupid ass video where he's like, Steve the Live saying some outrageous shit here. But then MrGirl says some outrageous shit. He says outrageous pedophilic shit, and Augie's okay with MrGirl. Even Auggie on Twitter said he trusts MrGirl around kids before you. And I think it was IBB too, but it was mainly you.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not around kids anyways. Like, MrGirl seems to want to be around kids. He did a fucking interview with Pie Man and that Michael kid. So, like...
Yeah.
So, Auggie is a fraud. Augie's a LARPer, and Augie's a bitch, and he's short. And Stardust is kind of no better. So...
Yeah, so in the midst of the deplatforming, Stardust really crusaded, or I guess stand the hardest. I don't know how you want to take it, whatever. And she gave the case. I think you saw that on Twitter, remember? I think Crow was quote tweeting her like he's like a What the fuck did she say? He's a brave soul or something?
He's a gentle, loving soul or some shit. I don't know.
Like she did with him, because he's opening himself up to the world about the dark plagues of whatever the fuck. I don't know. She's like, please give him back his platform, Twitch. He needs it. He's the most gentle man I know. I love him. Shit like that.
He debates children and instills his creepy hypotheticals upon them about raping women.
Yeah.
So how did Mr. Girl take this?
Mr. Girl, I don't know. He ended up talking to Auggie, but then debating technicals and bow blacks. It was really weird. It was really weird. One of the criticism I gave. Oh, go ahead.
No. What was one of the criticisms you gave?
Auggie had no pushback himself. I think it was mostly Tech and Auggie, but I was like Tech and bow blacks. But I was like, not even one time. Auggie was like, "Yo, I disagree." I was like, "Why are you?" I don't know. It just feels weird, especially with your stance and this guy saying all this crazy shit that should be hard against your stance, and there's no pushback whatsoever. Not even I disagree or strongly disagree, disavow that. Nothing.
Augie's been shown to call people pedos he doesn't like in the past, so I get him coming at me and just doing it because he doesn't like me, right? But I don't get why he was so hard against technicals, because they were cool, you know what I mean? And then he got mad when technicals countered with the zap tie shit, so it was it's just what? It makes no fucking sense to me. If he actually has this moral compass, why the fuck isn't he harder on Mr. Girl as he was?
No, you know what's a funny thing about morals? Auggie today, he went ahead and he started up his stream and he was like, so, Mr. Girl has never committed a crime that we know of. So it's not like me platforming Amos Yee. It's not the same thing. That was just defense for why it was okay to platform Mr. Girl and why Auggie should get no pushback for his decision. That was his defense right there. Because Mr.
Isn't Mr. Girl a domestic abuser? Isn't that a crime?
He said towards children, to be fair to Auggie. A crime against children.
Okay. Specific crime. That's really nitpicking.
He is a domestic abuser, though. He is a domestic abuser.
Yeah. I guess it's funny, the specific. He didn't get arrested for the children's stuff.
I love that everything I'm accused of, this guy can just do, and everyone's cool with it. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here?
You don't make music videos, Steve. You don't make music videos about the shit you do.
I guess I should just make a music video and everything will be all right.
You should. You should wear a fucking diaper and do a music video, because then you'll probably be deemed as funny, and they'll probably think it's just all satire. You could say and do the craziest shit.
Yeah, why didn't you use that excuse when they try to make you out to be a pedo? You should just do that. Just be like, it's just.
Or you should just
what was satire? They cut my point. They cut my sentence midpoint to make me look like I'm not even crazy. I don't know, man. Did Auggie watch that whole stream?
Because I don't know.
I didn't watch his hour thing on me, or was it 20 minutes cut down? But I know that the clip that Connor, the horse fucker, plays is cut mid-sentence, and then they talk about it, and they're like, well, to be fair, he did say, if you take away the ages and you call me Carson, but why would you do that? It's because I was proving the point of what actual sexting looks like, and the people were familiar with Call Me Carson. I figured the zap tie thing was too close, but I guess I should have just went with the zap tie thing head on. But whatever. And then Tipster came on, and the rest is history.
Not a good look, man. That's a yikes from me, homie.
Big yikes. Mr. Girl needs a platform, though. Big yikes to you, though, Steve. Big yikes.
Big yikes.
We all knew this was going to happen. Steve Delive, good thing you don't care about being doxxed.
What fucking douchebag.
You don't care about being doxxed.
Good thing you don't care, Steve Delive. We all knew this was going to happen. Fucking
Speaking of doxing, if you guys want to find my dox, doxes me 3 fucking times a day now, and it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that one's annoying fuck. Should put him in a
What
room
can you
with
do?
me.
I guess I can just say Kevin Hill as much as he says my name. But
Kevin
what'll that accomplish, right? So maybe
Kevin
well,
Hill.
maybe I will. I don't know.
Kevin Hill.
I don't
What the
know.
fuck? Kevin Hill.
Huh?
Kevin
That's no one
Hill.
important.
Oh,
Just
okay.
fucking
Kevin Hill.
That's not what's important. I like Aura. Yeah, let's get back on track. So do you think that that's what I was gonna ask before? Do you think MrGirl was like most upset because they didn't give him like a reason? Well, not a reason, but like, yeah, I guess a reason why pedophilia is bad, because that seems like what majority of his videos were about before, when he did have a channel. And I don't know, I haven't checked his website out in a bit, but he's basically like, you know, cuties, it sexualized kids, but why is that bad? You know, like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
And then Nicholas Dur is like, you should be able to counter those points. We can have a discussion with him. It sounds like his ass got yeeted. Did he get an explanation as to why it was yeeted? And was he fighting it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, not that I know of.
He's just a creepy guy that talks about pedophilic shit, that says that this is like the dark desires of a lot of people, and that people should be more open about telling others about their pedophilic desires, and that somehow will stop fucking, I guess, pedophiles from harming children. So
That if they're able to,
platforms meant for entertainment, though, because like you don't have AA meetings on fucking YouTube and Twitch. You don't have sex anonymous fucking meetings on YouTube or Twitch. So why is he trying to platform this on those kind of platforms?
I don't know. I think it's because it's easier, technically. I don't know. Build an audience. He uses politics and shit. Or I don't know if he uses politics, but he also talks politics. So he gains like a little political following. So I don't know. Maybe society. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I don't know what MrGirl like talked about other than fucking kids. To be honest with you, that's all I know.
Well, I guess like if he wanted to make the argument like, well, how come Chris Hansen can monetize pedophiles? Why can't I monetize it in a different way? But that actually might save a meetup from actually occurring in the first place. I could maybe try to get behind it, but I shouldn't even try to be making those points for him. Like, he should be making those points, and that's why I want to know, like, does he even have points, or is he just a fucking pedo that people are platforming because they think he's satirical about it?
That he's satirical about it, but then he's also trying to do a fucking I don't even know if it's like social experiment's the right word. Like, he's trying to just like fucking he said he has a mission. He's trying to fulfill his mission. But you know, like, and his mission is to fucking, like, I don't know, I guess normalize being attracted to minors or something. Because like, I don't know, and like, I don't know what this shit is founded on. Like, you know, if you just come out and say that, like, yeah, I'm like a fucking map, and you never act on it and shit, like, I don't know how the fuck like it would prevent people from doing anything like that. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Is there something we can compare it to that has been tried?
I can't compare it. You know, like the Hunchback in Notre Dame, you know the level of ugly he is? That's what this situation for MrGirl looks like. He's like the Quasimodo of YouTube right now. You know what I mean? Like, the situation anyway. I decided to like explain how fucking weird it is. I have no idea. You tell me,
okay,
Steve.
so like people who like have desires to hurt themselves or others, like people who could potentially be murderers, just check themselves into a psych ward, right? And then they don't let them leave until they're mentally better. So like, shouldn't that be the same for a pedo? If you're having desires to fuck kids, should you check yourself in somewhere until they can get that shit fixed? And should you not like be allowed to interact with the rest of society until you can manage that shit? Because that's what they do when like you want to kill somebody. So why isn't it the same for like wanting to I don't know, possibly rape or fucking well, yeah, if it's a kid, it's fucking rape. They can't consent. I think that would make sense. I don't know if that's a controversial take. I think that's just common sense.
No, yeah, I think like what do you call that? Reformation? I don't know.
No, it's called like, I don't really want to kill people because I think it's 2022. I don't think we should kill everyone, but you definitely shouldn't be allowed to like interact with people if that's what If you think there's
But he
even a
said-
chance that can
He
happen.
said he won't though. He told me surprisingly and other people I'm betting. He's like, oh, I would never harm a child because I don't know. He just said I'm a nice guy and I don't harm children. I
Yeah,
just
for
have
real.
these urges. Like,
and then he was making jokes about becoming a pro Smash player when it's filled with young, like, fucking people. Like, fucking, I was just like, dude, I was like, do you not see how weird that is? Like, you're on this kick and now you're like trying to joke it off, but you're like, I'm going to be a pro Smash player. And there's like a bunch of like fucking kids there and shit. Like,
I don't know, dude.
I was like, did I break the both of you? You all went fucking quiet. What
I'm
happened?
just saying, dude, he beat his fucking girlfriend for like years, right? He fucking does this weird pedo shit, you know, he talks about it all the time. There's this Reddit post if you want to look at it. He confirmed that it's actually fucking him because he replied, hold on, it's the fucking, I'll put it in T3 stuff. This is actually him. So I tagged him and I asked him if this was him on a Reddit post and he said it was. And this is what he had to say. It's not a trap. I'm a genuine person, genuinely asking if you think I should be killed. Yes, I've had sexual thoughts about children who look like children. So that's pretty much his mindset on a lot of things, including the kids. So I just don't know how and why you would want to platform a guy like this or even cry about his platforming privileges being taken away. Because, I mean, look, free speech, I know it's like, it's good, but like, I mean, bro, there has to be a limit. You know, this guy is basically saying, oh, being a map is okay, but it's really not, and it shouldn't really be normalized, and it shouldn't be put out there just as like normal everyday thing.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Sen. That's how you do it. You're like a politician against pedophilia. That's a good one. I like that, Sen.
According
That's
to the great DA
about
talks. According to the great DA talks.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot right now. Yeah, that's cool. You could join the fucking MrGirl crusade if you don't give a shit.
MrGirl got a following before Dean. Let that sink in.
Hey, you know, it's whatever.
Oh, no, man.
Like once hairline, the empire crumbles down.
Stardust is a fucking orc too. That dumb bitch. She was comparing like the fucking kids and cuties, right? The 11-year-olds to fucking Ariana Grande. They're like, she was making this weird argument about how, well, you know, Ariana Grande looks pretty fucking young and she's being sexualized too. So, you know, she's trying to justify. And this bitch runs damage control for MrGirl every fucking chance she gets. And it's really fucking gross. I don't know why commentary hasn't nailed her to the stake yet. They should have if they want to keep the same fucking energy.
Especially with the shit she was just saying with Bo Black showing. I'm just like, I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Oh,
I don't know, man.
Like, I mean, if you want to call Steve a pedo or insinuate he's a pedo or even IBB insinuate he's a pedo, like, I don't see why you're not raising your pitchforks at, like, this Indian bitch at this point. Like, you know?
This is something I didn't really catch up on, but, like, is it true that people were giving Bo Black more shit about his search history than Auggie getting...
Were people actually giving him shit for that?
Yeah, because he looked up Ariana Grande 16 and cuties in his search bar. And so people were like, oh, Bo Black's a sus because of that. But then that's why he came out with the DMs, because he's like, this is what I was talking to Stardust about, and this is why I looked this up on my Google search bar. That's why the DMs came out, and we saw the stupid-ass take that she had. And
this chick is like, isn't she supposed to be a Twitch debater, right? And she's trying to own this poor Bo Black's Craig. I'm calling by his real name. Oh my god.
Yeah, you call him by his real name. Don't dox Escobar.
Fucking Craig. I don't even know where it cut, so I guess.
What were we talking about last? Are you going to try and stitch it? Is that what you're thinking? Because I don't know. Or you just want to just do whatever?
We're talking about Stardust and MrGirl.
Stardust's reply. Well, you heard Bo Black's.
Oh, you said the thing about fucking Zaptai is worse because he was going to act on it, and MrGirl never did and never had messages and shit. Something like
And
that.
I was gonna say, why am I still getting hate? Then if I was just like they defend Zap Time, Mr. Girl.
Hold on, I can answer that for you. It's because you're doing the Maya thing. But hold on. Okay, let me point
That
out the obvious here. We got a fucking
Hold on.
domestic abuser. Can I? Let me know when.
Mhm.
Should I?
Well,
Should I? We
there
have a
is
domestic
the
abuser.
fact that I wasn't defending Maya when they did this to me. This is before I was defending Maya.
Yeah, I know, but you're like, why am I still getting hate? So I know what you're still getting. It's because of the Maya thing. But MrGirl is a domestic abuser that abused his girlfriend for, I believe, multiple years, punched her in the face, went into great detail about it, said that, God, fuck, this is so stupid. He said that the reason he did it is because he wanted to be heard and he felt like he wasn't being heard, and that the reason it happened was because his father was demeaning him in front of his girlfriend, and so he felt some type of way about that, and to take out his anger or like feel better about himself, he beat up his girlfriend, and that was his grand realization. And people call him stunning and brave for this in the comment section, and this is who Auggie platformed too. He platformed this thing without a care in the world, and just a month ago, you know, when he was giving me this lecture about how you're bad and Crow's bad and whatever, he's like, hey man, think about how Repsion feels about you hanging out with Steve Delive and him standing up for Maya. You know, he abused her. Or she abused him. That didn't age well, did it, Auggie? God damn.
I mean, if she abused him, then he abused her as well. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that because that's not what this is about. But like,
I'm just saying that, like, I mean, look, if we're going by like domestic abuse standards, MrGirl is 1,000 times more of a domestic abuser than Maya Moore. But like, why is fucking MrGirl okay to platform? You know, it's even if you want to like, you know, take away the pedophile rhetoric that he spews on a regular basis, like diarrhea. If you want to take that away, you're still like platforming a domestic abuser, and isn't that what like fucking Auggie and Repsion and all these other faggots are like? Oh, how bad of you to do! It's like,
yeah, he should have been canceled for the domestic abuse shit alone. To be honest, in terms of whatever, I don't see droves like fucking people go at Steve, go at MrGirl. Like I see more people defend fucking MrGirl.
it's weird.
Like,
It's
these
really
commentary
weird.
guys, man, they make me just like, I just don't care about your moral grandstandy anymore because you don't care either. Like, you're fake as fuck.
Pretty much.
Steve Delive was right.
You're fucking stupid.
Steve Delive.
The whole time, Edwin hacked
I don't know.
himself. That's gonna be season 2.
Yeah, that's the fucking comeback, the return, whatever the fuck. Dude, fucking, I put you in our thumbnail today, Steve, because I like the Wojak. I like the live action Wojak.
It had nothing to do with Steve either. We just talked about MrGirl the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slug was very disappointed. Yeah.
I know you were. I knew that was going to happen. I was like, yo, some people are probably going to get mad.
He
like,
said,
I got
whatever. Debated. I think that's what I heard from him. He's like, I got debated.
He called it the Steve Delive call-out stream. He's like, I'm gonna be reacting to the Steve Delive call-out stream. And yeah, it never happened.
Fucking moron. I don't know how like he would assume that was a call-out stream. Like, fucking, it's just a meme. That was a meme, I think, anyway, that I took and modified to live action. When are we going to show everyone the exorcism? We have to exercise Steve Delive. Pastor Sen. We have to exercise Steve Delive.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do this shit. All right.
That's next fucking T3, the exorcism of Steve Delive.
Gonna exercise your ass, boy. Let's do it.
Exercise it.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Let's do this.
You should just read out all the quotes on your fucking Wojak shit and just be like, kill yourself.
Augie's a faggot. Nick the Oriole's a faggot for talking to Stardust. Stardust's a dumb fucking bitch. MrGirl's most likely a pedophile. And the commentary community, just stop talking about pedo allegations because nobody should ever take you seriously because you guys are full of shit.
I'm
There you go.
fucked
Finn.
up. It feels good.
Finn! And not the inbred Finn. That guy. Oh, that guy has his own issues.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
I
Escobar.
think we are done. Let me
Get out of
tell
here,
him.
Escobar.
I'm trying to tell him to leave.
No, yeah, get the fuck out of here, Escobar. We're done.
Get out of here, Escobar. I'm doing my dance.
This is
I
my
don't know how to
server
get-
now.
I'm
This is
doing
my server.